I think I'm going to start titling these episodes Another Day in Crazy Life of Angie. I've got some other videos that I have put up and are waiting to put up of things that happen at work that are just awesome. And just the weirdest stories. The one I didn't even tell you guys yet, that I'll go into real quick. Butterflies, which is a week and a half ago. I drive home from work on Wednesday nights. It's a 2-hour drive, and I usually call my mom. We talk on the phone while we're driving down the road, and I drove past a pickup truck that was sitting on the side of the road. No lights, no hood up. I didn't see anybody in there. It didn't strike me as weird. Just a vehicle on the side of the road, and it was the interstate. Drove past, still talking to my mom, and then I see this person walking down the side of the road. Again, not really a weird thing. Where I live, knee is not doing well today. Not really a weird thing where I live, and so I didn't really think much of it either, until I thought to my head, I wonder if that's the person that was driving that truck. And then this person turns around and looks back towards the truck, and it is this little 75 or 80-year-old lady. She's got on a long red puffy coat from the 70s, and she has her quintessential older lady handbag. And she just turns around and looks at the vehicle, and she just looks lost. Like, the look on her face was that she was absolutely lost. She didn't know where she was going. She didn't know what she was doing. And I still have that picture in my head of this lost lady. So I say to my mom, hold on, Mom. I think I need to call 911. And so I do talk to the dispatcher, and she said, okay, where are you at? I have no idea where I'm at. I am on the interstate. And yes, I know what road I'm on, but there's no mile markers at this exact moment. And there's no exits on this stretch of the road. So I kept going, and I'm talking to her as I'm going. I'm like, oh, there's this little old lady. I don't know if she was from this truck. I don't know what's going on. Finally, in the great state of Tennessee, it seems like every bridge here has a name. They're dedicated to military, fire, police, whomever. I don't always know. Usually it says down below their name, but not always. Or I don't always notice. Anyway, I came up on a bridge, and so I told her the name of the bridge. I was like, I hope that helps. And then a little bit further down the road, I found the mile marker that we were at, and I said, but she's a good mile behind me. So I hope they found her. A weird question the dispatcher asked me. She said, was there a man with her? I'm like, no. So I don't know if they were looking for a missing person. There was an old lady and an old man. I don't know I have no idea. I don't know what happened. So anyway, just, weird things like that happen to me. And it seems like earlier in life, I was definitely a roll with the punches kind of girl, and I still am. But in my current life situation, with being really, really stressed about trying to figure out how we're going to get this house built and move over to that side of the world, which we can go into later, I like to be able to say, hey, I'm going to get up and do this. And then it doesn't happen. And then it's like it's too much work for my brain to think through this at the moment, because I'm just thinking of way too many things. So it happened again this morning, of course. Get up late, did not sleep well last night. I don't know why. Storms were this morning. But also, I think we need to maybe up our protein. I realized as I was going to bed last night that I don't think I had much protein yesterday, and that's probably part of our problem. So we're learning in this new 75 hard, we're learning how to adjust things, and we're learning, that our bodies are kind of starting to really get into a different routine, and now they're needing more other things. So protein will up. Need to buy some new protein powder, And John and Amanda gave us a good suggestion, so I think we're going to go order some of that tonight. I also have to, today is, I think, the last day to take pictures for our challenge that we did. Their first form is doing some kind of spring challenge that I signed up for. That's how this all got started. And the grand prize is $25,000. I'm not really sure that I changed enough to be the winner of that, but it started. I'm down 12 pounds, and I think it was 8 weeks, something like that. Down 12 pounds at least already. So that's always a bonus. And I'm up walking, and I'm really trying to change the thought of, my brain is always telling me, you're not working enough. There's always stuff to get done. You're not doing enough. And that's kind of where my headspace lives at all times. You're not doing enough. So I have to take pictures about that today. But anyway, I got up to go out to do my walk. The boys, I just walk up and down this road. Again, I don't do well with traffic. In the respect of, people are disrespectful and they don't pull over, they don't slow down. I had a person, I was walking and I was like, okay, and just threw up my hands like a wave, which is what we do where I'm from. And this person, spider webs everywhere, just as long as they're not connected to a spider. And this person stopped in the middle of the street and backed up and asked me if I flipped them off. And I was like, no, I just waved, thanking you for not giving me enough space and slowing down. She was like, are you sure you didn't flip me off? Yeah, I kind of am sure I didn't. It's not what that was. But thank you so much for slowing down, scooting over. Anyway, that was quite a while ago. Get out, get ready for my walk. The boys go that way. I'm gonna get out and go this way. And then I hear my child's car leave and come back. And I was like, where did he go on this beautiful Saturday morning? Well, he was ambulance service this morning, and he went and picked up my youngest, who walks at a faster pace than the rest of us. And he tried to go forward and go backwards and turn around and do some fancy 14-year-old, don't name your child Jet. Just a PSA, don't do it. You'll regret it. And so he did that, and you can see asphalt. And he slipped, fell, tripped, fell, did whatever, and busted up his knee pretty good. Blood running down his leg, which, that's just a Saturday. So anyway, spent the last 30 minutes, when I should have been working out, dressing his wound. And it's not, I don't want to be, you heartless human, you aren't. No, I did. I cared for him and gave him all of my attention while I was fixing that. It's just one of those that in my mind I should get 800 things done today, which, yes, is my problem, not anybody else's. And I won't. And I won't anyway. Unrealistic expectations. And so I feel like I should get more done, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta take time out to fix this problem. This shouldn't have been a problem. And you really have to, in life, make sure that you don't let those things get you bitter. I don't. I've learned that from the many, many children we've had in our house, and from the many years I've been a parent. It's been a long time. And I have also learned even more being homeschooling them. So I have my children at home all the time. They always have been. My two oldest went to public school for a little bit. The two youngest have never been. And it still kills me, these parents online, when they say, oh, I just don't know what to do with my kids for the summer. Hello? Parent them. Teach them. Interact with them. You wonder why some of these kids go crazy. They're not getting enough interaction. And I don't mean interaction like I'm giving them everything they want. That's not interaction. That's not positive interaction. But we work together all the time. We, the youngest, the broken child, he made supper last night. It was so good. He marinated the chicken in barbecue sauce. He put it on the smoker. He did chicken breast. He did wings. He went out and checked it all the time. Dude's, he'll be 14 in 4 days. Does your 13-year-old know how to do that? We're keeping children down low, and we're not teaching them how to be able to responsibly drive vehicles. They don't have to take, I drive a very large truck. They don't have to take my very large truck out onto the highway, but are they driving it someplace? Oh, I was saying somebody's yelling. You know, we live on a dead-end street. We have go-karts so that they can ride a go-kart around our yard. It gets them used to that, so they're not so freaked out, and they're not crazy children who think that their phone should be in their hand while they drive down the highway. We also don't do a lot with telephones either. We try to keep that to a minimum, and we haven't, like my 16-year-old doesn't have a so he's got a phone that is only hooked up to it, and it's kind of like a pad. It doesn't make phone calls. There's an app on it to text. If he needs text messages, he can do, when we're doing our 75 hard, he can record his weights and what he does on his app. That's it. It's not used. I mean, he's got a couple games on it, but it's not, we don't have them connected to us at all times. We do ask that when he's outside doing things like, he's going to be out with the pigs for a long extended period of time, to take one with him in case he needs to call us. We need to call him and check on him. We also make sure that we send, I was going to see if I could see my friends. They're down. They are walking back. We also need to see if he is okay. You know, we sent, well, you just went for a fall. I don't like bugs. Gross. Went to see if, you know, we have people go check on each other quite regularly and take water out and make sure that, you know, whichever human's in the house needs to go take water to the human that's not in the house and check on them and, you know, make sure they're still alive and everything. So we have a system, but I just can't even imagine sending my children away and not having them at home all day and then being online and complaining that your children are at your house, you know, or at home all summer, and oh my gosh, you just don't know what I'm gonna do with them. It's kind of your job. Figure it out or ask for help.